you this question, and then we'll let you
Okay.
get to your day.
Okay.
Most importantly, if you could tell anybody anything about anything, doesn't have to be about fitness, and you're almost 50 years on this planet, what is the one lesson that you have learned above all others? Now I'm gonna make you think.
I know. The one lesson is to probably to and it's probably ooh, now you're gonna make me cry, James. Um, I know. I think it's just to not give up on yourself and to not think you're too old to do something.
Welcome to the Work Hard People's Podcast. I'm James, the old guy. We have the beautiful Monica Beeman here. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
No, I'm very excited. We had discussed this a little bit before. I first came across you about, well, we said January of 2021 at the very first Axe and Sledge Transformation Challenge. You were
Yes,
working at a gym. Do you still work at a gym?
I do. I run a gym actually. I have
Yeah,
an
that's right.
owner. Yes, I have an
That's right.
owner and then I'm the general manager. So I run it. I'm operation 100%.
Perfect. And I remember what was so inspiring to me is I remember you were commenting in some of the groups and you're like, I'm so disappointed in myself. I've let myself go. I'm working in this gym and I
Right,
have allowed myself to do this. And then
right.
you grabbed the reins and started changing your life. And I'm telling you right
Thank
now, it was inspiring because I had a similar thing
you.
happen with myself. And then
Yes.
to go from that to flipping that switch and going, you know what, guys? I'm going to jump on stage. Watch me. And you did it. And for me, it comes to this. It's like, listen, people, it is never too late
You're gonna
to
make me
grab a
cry
dream
already.
and go. Don't even worry. It is never too late
It's not. You're
to
gonna make
achieve
me
your
cry already.
goals. Yeah, you can dream. It's never too late to start dreaming. So
It's
you did
not.
that. What was the, let's go back to the beginning. Why the challenge? What was it about the HWM
Okay.
challenge where you said, you know what? I need to make a change.
Yes. Well, yeah, so I owned a marketing company in for like the last 7 years. And in November of 2020, a friend of mine named Eric had called me out of the blue and asked me if I would be his marketer at this new gym. And I said, well, sure, no problem. And at that point, I said, hey, do you have who's running it? And he said, I'm not sure yet. And so something instinctively in me said, hey, I'll run it. And he's like, absolutely, that's great. Well, on the same day that I accepted that position as general manager, my stepfather passed away of a massive heart attack, like within hours of talking to Eric. And it just changed my life. And of course, the whole, losing a parent was awful. So all of November, all of December of 2020 was just horrible, basically. And then we opened the gym in January, not knowing if I would have 10 members coming out of COVID, basically, or if I'd
Yeah.
have maybe 400. And we opened the gym on January 18th, and something happened emotionally to me within that week, and I saw all of these people joining. I had 400 people join in 1 week.
Nice.
So, and I was overweight, I was heavy, I had been a marketer in healthcare as well. So I'd eaten, donuts and
Yeah.
trying to talk to physicians, and you know what I mean? Like I eat everything I send to people. So I was embarrassed to be the general manager of a gym where people were trying to change their lives. And I was embarrassed that I was so heavy. And I had been in that same exact gym under a different company 10 years ago as the trainer. And
Yeah.
so I had gained all this weight back and I was just mortified. And my owner, which is basically my best friend, Eric Lummis, he said, you know what? There's an Axe and Sledge challenge. I want you to be in it. I went, oh, like I haven't got enough stuff to do. And I said, you know what? Okay, fine, I'll do it. Since you took me on as your GM, I'll go ahead and do it just for you, Eric, basically. And it was from that first week of that 8-week challenge. I went, yeah, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And that's what started it. I just was in a terrible place mentally, emotionally, physically. And that was just a place for me to try and do my best and send in pictures and be accountable to somebody,
That's the key.
Yeah.
People, you cannot. I want you to recognize something here. Um, Everybody that says they can do it on their own, yeah, you can, but you need an accountability partner. I don't care if it's a
Oh,
friend. It doesn't have to
yeah.
be a challenge. It doesn't have to be a coach,
No,
but
it
you need
doesn't.
someone to be accountable to.
Absolutely.
And because,
Absolutely.
yeah, if you don't, it just leaves way too much to chance. You want some organization, some structure, the
Oh, yeah.
accountability, all that stuff makes a difference.
Yeah. And I had not seen my body from the pictures I sent of the transformation challenge back and such. I had never like looked at myself through a camera that way. And I just had a sports bra and, basically bikini, like swimsuit
Yeah.
bottoms on. And I looked at the first one and I went, oh my God, like what did I do to myself? It was awful. The first time I took my pictures for the initial part of that, I thought I was going to throw up.
See,
But,
I was in March or May of 2020. So
mhm.
as an athlete my entire life, I literally played tackle football and I was 41 years old, full pads, right?
Oh my God.
I got hurt not playing tackle football. I actually got hurt playing indoor soccer with some 16-year-old kids. Bad decision.
Bad decision.
Folded my knee in half, right? Playing with these kids. And
Oh no.
I just started letting myself go, right? And
Right.
2020, my baby boy, I have 4 children. He's the baby. He's actually going to be
Right.
21 this month. But in
Right.
2020, he was graduating from high school. And we were at
Oh,
his little graduation party. And my brother snapped a picture of me and my son standing next to each other.
yes.
And I was the same way. I thought I was going to throw up. I was like, what
Right.
in the world have I done to myself? And
Who am I?
yeah, that switch flipped, and I just got myself back in shape. And then the challenge came along, and I was like, okay, now I can
Yeah.
take it to a next level. And
Yes.
I don't have a desire to get on stage, but that picture that you sent me, and I'm going to post that, people. It'll be on this podcast. We'll put a flash up, but that picture of you, the first one versus you on stage,
Yeah.
is like that is not even the same human being.
It's not in every sense of the word. It's not me. Right. I've changed my life in every aspect of my life. I have changed.
Is it
Thank
not
God.
amazing? So this is amazing to me as well. Is it not amazing when you start taking on physical challenges, hard things to do?
Hard things.
Does it not blow you away what it does to your mind? How
Oh,
much
it trans
stronger the mind gets?
it transforms your mind. Yeah, you don't think the way you used to think anymore about any situation.
Yeah.
You just are, you're not the same in any way. Like I think differently every day as well, But sometimes I catch myself regressing back into that old mindset. It only takes like I don't know an hour of pity party, and I'm like,
Yeah.
snap out of it. Let's go. This isn't who you are anymore.
Yeah, that's it.
You
I
know?
like for me the gym is literally it's Prozac.
Yes.
If even if I take 2 rest days in a row, which doesn't happen very often, because I'm more of I lift like a bodybuilder. I like to lift
Right.
reps. I like
Yes.
that kind of shape, but I also like the strength, right? So
Yes.
I try to lift heavy for lots of reps,
Yes.
put a little ego in there, right? So, uh, but so yeah, that's the type of lifting I like to do, and I usually
I
do.
agree.
I will train sometimes 7, 8 days, 9 days in a row, but
Right.
not hard every time, right? I mean, I
Right.
just I listen to my body. If it's time for me to train chest, and my shoulders or triceps are still sore, I just take a
Right.
day off. But when I
Yeah. You
take
know
two
better.
off, it's like, oh man, I need my Prozac. My mind's going.
Right. That's
So
right. That's true.
yeah, it's so in here. It sets my whole day.
Yes, that's true. So even when in the gym industry, I'm with people, I mean, all day long. I work basically, well, my hours are 9 to 6, Monday through Friday. Um, but I see people all the time and they're coming in, they're changing their lives, they're doing amazing things. And at that point, I'm like, yep, so am I, so am I. So I've just become everybody's hype girl, I guess. You know, you
I've
walk
seen
in the
some of the
gym, I'm like,
pictures you posted of some people that have made some dramatic weight losses.
yes,
They've done some
yes,
really good.
yes.
What that does for your health, just your
Oh,
blood work, your blood pressure, your sugar levels, your glucose
yes.
levels in the blood, all of those things, people do not realize just dropping 20 or 30 pounds can make a
Oh,
huge
absolutely.
difference. A
Oh,
huge,
absolutely. And I'm 5'7", so I actually used to weigh, my highest was probably around 270 actually. And I lived in San Diego, stay-at-home mom. I
San
was a
Diego, where
former
at? Where at in San Diego?
Linda Vista area.
Okay, I
Um,
grew up in Poway. I graduated from Poway High
oh
School.
yeah,
Yeah,
I know
so
exactly.
I'm
And
very,
I lived
yeah,
in Spring. Yeah, I lived in Spring Valley for a little bit as well.
absolutely. I know the area well. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
First husband had moved us there from Jacksonville, Florida.
okay.
So, but anyways, I was a stay-at-home mom and gained a significant amount of weight. I was a former D1 volleyball player. I'd been in
Hmm.
sports my whole life, and then a stay-at-home mom into a marketing. All went to
Yeah,
you know what?
yeah, it does, man.
So,
It's so when you get going that when you're everything's so busy and you
oh yeah.
forget about the importance of food and how it can impact and help the
Oh,
body, and you forget to prep, and you're just grabbing the fastest, easiest thing
oh,
because you can get it in there, and then the next thing you know, it's like, what in the world have I done?
oh, yeah, completely. Like I
Yeah.
remember multiple occasions being in healthcare marketing at one part of my life, and getting a dozen donuts for these physicians at the
Yeah.
hospital. And then I would grab two extra donuts on the side so I could eat them on the way to the meeting.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I would tell everybody, oh no, I don't eat donuts. I'm fine. I'm like, yeah, but I just ate four on the way. You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
lied to
yeah.
myself. I self-sabotaged all the time. And that's like my worst enemy is to self-sabotage. And
We
everybody
do,
has
and
it. It's
it's
awful.
kind of become a cultural thing, right? I mean, the
Yes.
the media is all towards, like fast food and restaurants and all that stuff. And then there's that family culture. So you and
Yeah.
I believe I'm a little bit older than you. You look
I'll
a
be 50.
lot
I'll be,
better
thank
than
you.
I do, but
No, thank you. I'll be 50 next month.
yeah, so I'll be 52 in December. So
Okay, we're not
our
that far, but
generation, right? Like our parents grew up in that time of you better clean your plate because their
oh,
parents came out of the Great Depression, right? Where they didn't have
correct.
anything. And then
Absolutely.
they pushed that onto us. And then you take our generation, as they were saying, you clean your plate. Now you have all these restaurants with bigger portion sizes.
Oh,
All the
yes,
fast food companies really begin to hit in the late 70s and 80s. Everybody's,
absolutely.
that faster pace. And the next thing you're 40 years old, you're 100 pounds overweight, and you're a type 2 diabetic.
Yes, yes, it's awful. And I will tell you this, the whole time I was, for the 10 years I was heavy, heavy for me. I never went and got my blood work taken. I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't want to go
Yeah.
to the doctor. But I'm sure I had everything. Everything was completely elevated. I mean, how are you not at that point?
Yeah.
Um,
Mine
but
was.
now, do what?
Mine was when I was
Yeah,
overweight, 100%.
I'm sure mine was. I'm like absolutely positive that it was. But then now that I've been training and I've been bodybuilding and with my coach, he makes me go get my blood work done twice a year. And my blood work is perfect.
That's
I
good.
literally have no elevated anything whatsoever.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm
awesome.
very, very grateful. Yeah. Cholesterol's
Mine,
112. I'm like, thank you.
yeah, mine was
Yeah.
everything. I had everything elevated, and my blood work, I get blood work done 4 times a year.
Oh, okay.
And it's spot on because I think because of the bad eating and the carrying that extra weight for a decade and all that
Right.
stuff, it crashed my testosterone. So normal
Oh, right.
testosterone levels for a male are between 300 nanograms and 1,000, right?
Right.
Nanograms per deciliter. I was sitting around 200 and I felt
Oh,
horrible. Like I was tired. I couldn't recover. I didn't sleep well.
Right.
Libido was gone. You know, my wife was like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you." Right. So
You're on your
everything.
own.
So I went to the urologist, got my blood work done. He's like, "Hey, you are in the tank." So I got on TRT, small
Right.
dose, nothing crazy. It's like
Yeah.
100 milligrams every week.
Right. Just
And
to
I
get
got
you
my
up to maintenance,
yeah,
probably.
I'm like in like 4 to 500 is usually where I sit, right in the middle.
Yeah.
And I
Right.
feel great. I recover, I have energy, I sleep good, everything's back
Yay.
to normal, right? And
Yes.
if you're not getting blood work done, you don't catch those things. And
Right.
everything else was good except
Right.
for that. And that was the one thing I was just like, man, I felt like, by the end of the day, I felt like I'd been hit in the head with a bat. I just couldn't function.
Right. And I'm actually waiting on my David Drosky, my nurse practitioner, and he's on Matt's team, my bodybuilding coach. He's on
Yeah.
the team as well. So thankfully, he's my nurse practitioner. He's the guy I go to for testing and everything. So he knows where I need to be at all my levels. But I haven't
Yeah.
got my testosterone level back. But since I'm 50 as a female, it's probably completely tanked as well.
Yeah.
But
Now,
you know,
are you natural, all natty?
I
Did you go all
yes,
natty?
I am. Yes,
Perfect.
I'm too old for
That's
all that other
no, that's
stuff.
good. I tell people anyway. So I actually have some clients that I'm preparing for shows. I have two that
Oh,
are
good
doing a
for
show in
you.
November. I have another one. We're actually still in the bulking phase with my other client.
And
But
that's where I am now. Right.
yeah, he's like, "Hey man, what do you think about gear?" I said, "Hey man, you're 18 years old. Stay as far away from that as you possibly can. You
That'll
if you
ruin
if
you.
you want to turn pro, you can
Mhm.
talk about that eventually. But right now,
Right.
don't ever touch it until you maximize your genetic potential. And
That's
that does
correct.
not just mean, oh, I'm giving it all I got. No, I mean food, sleep, everything. You need to maximize everything you're doing and hit it on the dot before you
Right.
ever go down that road because you're going to destroy
Right.
yourself if you don't. And
Yeah, you'll
then
you'll
less is
regret it.
more. Yeah, less is more.
Right.
You got these guys
Absolutely.
like I love Seth Ferosi to death, man, but that boy talks about putting 1,200 migs a week. No, you don't need it. And he even said he didn't need it after the fact. But he's
Right.
just a crazy dude, right?
I can't, oh
So
yeah, he's totally crazy.
totally crazy. I love him to death because
I
he's
know.
he's genuine.
He's
He's
real. He's
he's rough
absolutely
around
real.
the edges, but he is
Right.
genuine, and I think he genuinely cares about people.
Yes,
Right?
I
I think he
agree.
wants to see people do good things. And
Yes.
there's a niche for him, a place for him to do that. And I
Correct.
like to see other people encourage people. So let's move
Yes.
on your story a little bit. You
Okay.
did the challenge, you did really well.
Thank
I
you.
know I remember you were you came out. I mean, I'm sure none of us were as happy as we wanted to be, but you made good
No,
progress throughout and then
I
kept that
did.
up. What was the so fast forward a couple years, and you're
Okay.
like, I'm going to do a bodybuilding show. Where did that come from?
Right?
Because I
Where
remember
did
when
that
you
come
said that,
from?
I went, no, she's not. Is she really? I was very excited. I'm like, I can't wait to see this. This is amazing.
Oh, it was crazy. I don't know. I life had happened in between that interim of a year, right? So family kind of home kind of changed a little bit for me. And my kids are grown and gone. I'm an empty nester. My kids live far away and, somewhere not somewhere in Texas, but like Corpus Christi, and my
Yeah.
other daughter's in college. So I'm literally by myself. And, I have Doug with me who's helping me. But, I was just like, I work at a gym.
Yeah.
I used to love all this. Like I've been an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan literally since I was 6 years old.
Me
And
too.
I wanted to be a bodybuilder when I was younger. I didn't know what that meant necessarily, but I wanted to do it. And I know that I knew that I liked muscles and I just wanted to have them.
When
But
you
now
talk
I'm just
about
like,
Arnold, real quick, I just have to say, I'll send you a picture.
yeah,
So I
okay,
went to the Arnold Classic 2 years ago, and
nice,
that's when I realized that I had completely recomped my body because I was standing next to Johnny O, and I'm like,
yes,
I'm the same size as he is. His
nice,
his arms have better peaks, but like our shoulders and chest, we're the same. And
very.
I'm like, okay, I've done good for a 50-year-old dude. I'm doing good. So
Right? Right?
Yeah, but no, it was nice. But anyway, keep going.
That's okay. No, I just decided, I don't know. Doug and I have been watching YouTube videos all last year. Like C-Bum, I'm a big C-Bum fan,
Oh yeah.
and he's just very humble, that he seems, that he portrays, of course. And I don't know what it was. I mean, I know, but I was just like, I'm gonna try this. I don't know, because I was still very much, not very much, but I was still overweight. I didn't have a lot of muscles, even though I had muscles in the past from when I worked out before. And I knew muscle memory was a real
You
thing.
got them now, girl.
Yeah, thank you. So I just was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So at the beginning of July of 22, I had put a video. I literally went into my front yard and went live on
Yeah, I
Facebook.
remember.
Yeah,
I
and I don't
remember.
even think I told Doug. Like I don't remember telling him that I was going to do it. I was just sitting out there with my dog, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And so I was like,
Yeah.
hey everybody, it's me. I'm gonna start bodybuilding. I'll start August 1st. And then I, got off and I went, oh my God, what did I just do? And I
Excuse
live
me.
in a very small town, Atlanta, Texas, and we
Yeah,
only have
I know where
about,
Atlanta, Texas is.
yay, good. It's
Yeah.
super tiny,
Yeah,
just
you're
south of
what, northeast,
Texarkana.
right? Like kind of, yeah, just
Yes,
outside of Texarkana. Absolutely.
yes,
Down
very small.
59, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's literally right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. I know it
So
well.
I just decided, this, thankfully in this town, we have a lot of, everyone knows everybody. And so I knew
Yeah.
I would have a lot of support. Plus the gym, it's it's Cass County Fitness. And so it's locally owned, locally operated. It's your hometown gym, and
Yeah.
everybody knows me from there. And I was like, if I just put this on Facebook, everybody's going to expect me to do it and finish. So I
That's
didn't want to
good.
let anybody down. So I was like, I'm going to have a support system. Why not?
Yeah, no,
And
that's
then
great.
August 1st of 22, I was like, let's do it. And of course, at that time, I think it was 42 or 44 weeks out from the show I wanted to do, which was in Dallas.
Yeah.
And so, of course, 44 weeks is like
That's where my
forever.
mentor lives, is in Dallas.
Oh,
So
okay.
my
Yeah.
mentor is Hani Rambod. So that is who
That's your mentor? Very nice.
I have studied him since about 98 when he
I'm
was
so jealous.
writing articles in Muscle and Fitness.
I'm so jealous you've known him for that long.
I don't
Or,
know him.
yeah,
I've met him
right.
several times.
Oh, okay.
I just follow everything that he does and I apply it. And
Nice.
his training techniques, his nutrition techniques, just the different things he
Yeah,
does with his clients. I have studied him literally since like 98.
that's impressive. Nice.
So
I
I
used a
just
few of his products, but
yeah, well, his protein powder is great. I love Evogen's protein powder; it's fantastic. And his
yes, I use the pre-workout. Right.
oh yeah, yeah, his pump product. Yeah, he does
Yeah.
good. There's a few companies out there that do some really good stuff.
Yes,
Raw
absolutely.
does, Evogen does, Cutler has some pretty
Yeah.
good products.
Yes.
Axe and Sledge still has the best carbohydrate powder in the business, in my opinion.
It
Demo Day
tastes
is
so good.
yeah, and the pumps are amazing.
Yes.
The demo day that's the only thing I use from Axis Sledge anymore is demo day. I use
Oh,
different
okay.
pre-workouts, right? I love demo
Right.
day. It was
Yes.
fantastic. So,
Well, at the
but
gym, Cass County Fitness, we have a huge supplement line, and so all of it is Action Sludge. We
oh,
tried
okay.
Cutler a couple times, and nobody really knew about that company, but we
Yeah.
have brought Action Sledge to Northeast Texas, and
There you go.
you know, so
Yeah.
we sell so much Action Sledge, it's not even funny.
Yeah,
So it's good.
they do make good quality products, and that's the thing, and that's another thing I loved about like Seth when he do his videos. He's like, I think it's the best. You should try it, but not everything's the best for everybody,
Correct.
right?
Correct. Yes,
Excuse me.
absolutely. And I did try raw or Sebum's pre-workout when I was in Dallas one time, and it was
Savage,
fantastic. Savage.
savage. I
Yes.
love that he did that, man. He's got the whey isolate and the savage protein. I
Right.
love that he knows. He's like, yeah, listen, I'm rolling with it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's his marketing tool. It's who
Yeah,
it's his trademark
I
basically. And
love
everyone
Sebum.
knows that about him. I love it.
Do you ever remember Jesse Flowers?
Oh yeah,
from
from
Max and
Action
Seth?
Sledge from the yeah,
Yeah, from
absolutely.
Demo Crew and stuff. He actually just
Yes.
left. He's part of the Thavage crew now. He's with C-Bum. He's part of that thing.
Is he really? Good
Yes.
for him. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
he's man, I don't know if you saw any pictures from his last show, but that
I
dude has
didn't.
done, yeah. He's ready to he's right there to qualify nationally
Nice. That's
in the
awesome. Where does
NPC.
he live? Do you know
He
where he
lives
lives?
in, yeah, Midland, Odessa.
Oh, okay then. Yeah. So he's a
Yeah.
Texas guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's
Good.
from New Mexico, but he lives in the Midland, Odessa area. He works the natural gas
Oh, okay.
area, so
Nice.
and then he's
I'm
a
friends with
coach
him
as
on
well.
Facebook. We've talked a
Yeah.
few times on Facebook, just quick messenger, like have a great day or how was your workout, whatever. But it's been a while
Yeah,
since I've
he's
talked to
been
him.
off social media for a long time. He does some stuff on TikTok or
Yes.
not TikTok, but Instagram. But for the most part, he's just been off
Yes.
like Facebook, and he talks to very few people. Anybody can hit him up on
Right.
Messenger, and but
Yeah.
yeah, he's a
He's
great
really
dude.
nice.
He's been on the
Yes.
show. I've had several conversations with him. He's an awesome
Oh,
guy,
I may have
awesome
to
guy. So,
reconnect with him.
oh yeah, he's fantastic. I love Jesse. Love him.
Yay. Well,
So.
good.
But and
Yeah.
so you
So
get going, you're cruising into this show, and I'm telling you, like I said,
like
I was
that.
impressed. I watched you first start when you said you were going to do the show, and then
Yes.
I was watching that transformation. I'm like, okay, yeah, she's making changes, and then probably out for me that last 8 to 10 weeks
Yes.
grew
Right?
into a whole new human being.
What happened? Right. And
Yeah,
my coach, Matt Lavelle is my coach, actually my bodybuilding coach. He's out
yeah,
of Texarkana. He told me, he's like 12 and under, get ready because your body is going to change drastically, like week to week to week. And I'm like,
yeah,
whatever. I'm still heavy. I'll have this fat. I'll never get my glutes in shape. You know what I mean? It just won't
yeah,
happen.
yeah,
Whatever. So trust the process is literally my entire, I heard it every single day, multiple times a day, trust the
yes,
process. And I'm like, I am trying to trust the process. And then all of a sudden, each week, every single check-in was just like boom, 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 boom. And then he timed it absolutely perfect. Like he is a phenomenal coach. He timed it perfectly to my show date. And that was exactly when I peaked, was on the show
yeah.
day. It was
Yeah, that's
crazy.
you looked amazing. You looked really good.
Thank
Those
you.
pictures were fantastic.
Thank you.
Tan was good. Uh, Muscle development was great. Your back and shoulders amazing. Very good.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and
Yeah.
I study that stuff. So like I look at it all the time. I'm looking, I'm zooming in. I'm like, oh yeah, look that Terry's majors popping, everything's
Yes.
popping. Like
Yes.
so
Thank
yeah,
you.
it was you did an awesome job. How did that feel? Looking
Oh my
back,
God.
looking back now at what you've accomplished, and there's still more in the future, but just go back those 3 years.
Right.
How does that feel?
Mm. I don't think words can actually explain it, but I just feel, um, I don't know. In my life, I don't know. In the past, I haven't been able to finish things. Like I said, I was going to do it, and then I wouldn't finish. And so this is something I was like, I'm going to finish. And I didn't care. I literally didn't care if I placed 20 out of 20 or 1 out of 1. I didn't care. I just wanted to try it and see how it felt and see, I just thought the whole time I thought, I'm going to be so nervous. I'm going to fall on stage, because we have to wear 5-inch heels,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
In something
What
as small
division
as
did you do? You did
figure.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Figure. Yeah, master's figure.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna fall because I'm gonna be so nervous. And I was so crazy that day, the day that it came, and I got my suit on, my tan, everything. And there's a funny story actually with my tan. And but once I got everything together and I was warming up in the back with Matt, and they called my name, and I was like, here we go. And it did not even faze me. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't scared. I just went out there like, yep, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And hi,
Yeah.
everybody. you
No,
know?
it's one of the things I have appreciated about you from the very beginning is no matter what you are doing or even where you're at in your own life, I've never seen a time where you're not encouraging others to be
Thank
successful and do
you.
great things.
Thank
You
you.
did that early on with people in the challenge, you
I
know,
try.
yeah, you were always encouraging. And now just your own success is a motivation for all of us.
Thank you.
It really
And
is.
thank you. And my motivating factor, I think, going into it was, yes, I'm going to try it. I'm going to do this. But I'm also going to prove to my 40 plus women that you can do it, that you can change your life. Your life is not over at 40, because I'm in the gym and I hear everybody saying, I can't, woe is me. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm like, listen, if I can do it, which is rounding menopause as well, if I can do it, you can do it. It just depends on how bad you want it. And I tell that to people all the time. How bad do you want it? What are you
Monica,
willing to do?
that is what's so inspiring is because we do that. We get to a certain age and we're like, my dreams don't matter anymore. My
Right.
goals
Yeah.
don't matter anymore. But they do.
No,
And they're
they
important for
totally do.
this. They're important for this, for that mind to keep you going and drive and that's why I say what you've done is so motivating because you're showing people, hey, you can always dream. It's never too late to accomplish your goals. If you want
No.
something, put a date on it and go get it.
Yes, do the countdown. You should see my calendar in there. Literally, well, I took 7 weeks off, I think, because I wanted to try it again. So now I'm on my calendar. I literally have an entire board, whatever, and I'm on like 239 days. So I just counted down, and I don't know if I have a set date and a set time I'm supposed to be somewhere or do something. I'm going to count down, but I'm going to do it. So I don't like now that I didn't quit, now I just refuse to quit. There's a whole different mindset with that. I
You're gonna
refuse to
do
quit.
another
I
show?
refuse to give up. I am.
Good. When's that coming?
Let me see. So the one I chose it's the Optimum Classic. It's in Shreveport, which is only 45 minutes from me. And so it's an NPC and an IFBB pro show. So it's
Okay.
both.
Can
And
you
I
get
went to that
nationally
one last
qualified?
year. Say again?
Can you get nationally qualified there?
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
So that's like the long term. I mean, like,
What's the
I don't
goal?
know.
IFBB card? Is that the goal?
It's a yes.
That's
I
good,
think
man. That's awesome.
yes.
Yes. Don't think. Just
I
yes, it's a
know.
goal. Go after it. Hey, one of two things happen. You either get it or you fail, right? But you're gonna learn
Right.
along the way.
I'm gonna learn. Yes.
Set
And
the
I got to
goal.
and
That's
I
awesome.
talked to thanks. I don't know. It's just very scary because I'm still I don't know. When I finished the Kuklo and I got the judges' feedback, obviously it was the first time I ever did it. I was
Yeah.
heavy. My glutes were nowhere near. My thighs were
Yeah.
hamstrings were nowhere near where it needed to be, obviously.
Yeah.
But I got the feedback from the judges, and one of them had said, and I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm telling you, it just said great makeup, great stage presence. And somewhere, I guess, on their papers, they had shown that this was my first show. And they said, I can't believe it's your first show. You will go a long ways, very fast, stick to the plan. Then they said, like, trust the process and get those glute hamstring tie-ins to pop,
Yeah.
So, and I sent that to Matt, and he said, I've never, ever seen a judge be so nice before.
That's awesome. That's good though. That's
Thanks.
good.
So I'm
So
gonna try it, I guess. I really want to so it's the Optimum Classic, May 18th, I believe, in Shreveport, and that's a qualifier.
nice.
If my coach thinks I'm able to go to nationals, the one I want to go to is the one in Pennsylvania. It's in Pittsburgh. It's
Oh
the
yeah. The Pittsburgh Pro Am.
no, it's the teen and collegiate masters nationals.
Oh, okay. Because they
I'm
have
being
the
master.
yeah, because they have the Pittsburgh. Was it the Pittsburgh Invitational? Is that
Yes,
what it
but
is? Yeah.
that's not a national thing. I don't know. I'm still
No.
trying to do all the research on it. But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the one I want to go to, and it's actually I think 6 to 7 weeks after Optimum.
Yeah.
So if I could just stay in shape and get even better in
Yeah,
the 7 weeks,
that'd
but
be awesome.
it's kind of weird because and I'm sure Doug's tired of hearing me talking about it, but like it was a couple of weeks ago with that show, and at by next year I'll be in the 50 to 55, right? I will no longer be in the 45 to 50. But I looked and studied every single person that went on that stage in the 50 to 55 to see what
Yeah,
I needed to look like. You know what I mean? To
yeah,
even remotely
yeah.
go
You look
there.
at your competition. Absolutely,
Yeah,
that's good
absolutely. And
homework.
I friended, or I don't know, on Instagram, whatever it's called. I followed every single one of them on Instagram. I'm like, I'm following you and I'm after
Uh,
you. So, it's just a whole
good.
mindset with me that I saw who got first, and I'm like, yep, I'm going to bring a better body than that. The goal is to bring a better body than that, and I think I could win. So I don't
Yeah, that's
know. It's
awesome.
kind of
That's good.
crazy.
That's good. Good, good. So we know what
I
the
will.
future plan is, Miss IFBB Pro Monica Beeman.
Oh,
That is the
oh
future
Lord,
plan.
that's
So,
crazy.
but let me ask, let me, I want to ask you this question and then we'll let you
Okay.
get to your day.
Okay.
Most importantly, if you could tell anybody anything about anything, doesn't have to be about fitness, and you're almost 50 years on this planet, what is the one lesson that you have learned above all others? Now I'm gonna make you think.
I know. The one lesson is to probably to, and it's probably, ooh, now you're gonna make me cry, James. Um, I know. I think it's just to not give up on yourself and to not think you're too old to do something. Back, and even on social media, I've got to get away from social media because it brings me down, and I see that it
It
brings me
can.
down. It can, because I see all these women. I'm just like, I'm who. I literally think to myself, who am I at 50 to want to do something and get a pro card when I haven't been training for 20 years like all these other women, and I haven't been doing all this? I'm brand new to this sport, right? I've only been doing it a year. Who am I to think I could do that? And then I just follow, like, literally, don't give up on yourself. It's okay to chase new dreams no matter
Yeah.
what age you are, no matter how old
Yeah.
you are. A pro card is a pro card no matter how old you are. Either you're 20, 30, or 50 or 60, a card's a card, right? So I'm chasing it, and I'm going to do it, and I don't even being 50 is just literally just a number for me. So don't
That
give up on yourself.
that is great, great advice, great words of wisdom. I think that
Thank you.
I'm a religious man. I mean, I got
Yes.
Christ sits on my shoulder.
Oh,
I and my that's my oldest daughter right there. So
oh, yes.
she actually sits there to give me confidence.
I
Like
love it.
she's strategically placed because
That's great.
she's technically my stepdaughter. So she was
Okay.
2 years old when I married her mom.
Oh, that's,
Uh,
yeah,
but I was scared to death to be a dad, and
right.
she gave me the confidence to know I could do it.
I love it. I
Right?
love it.
So when I started doing this is the second kind of studio area I've set up. But she
Right.
was on my shoulder for, you can look back at every episode. She sits over my shoulder
I
because she
love
gives me
that.
confidence, right? So,
That's great.
and the reason I point out the religious side of things is that I think that sometimes we lose track of our self-worth and who we are as human beings.
That's true.
You know, it's my belief that we have a Father in heaven that is supporting us and lifting us up and wants us to accomplish all of our goals. Just like
Absolutely.
our parents here on the earth do the same thing. And then we do that for our children, right? We
And
boost them up. We want
absolutely.
to see them be great. So I love that you point that out. Don't ever give up on yourself.
No, no matter how old you are, it's
Yeah,
okay, you know, and
we
I don't
always have
know.
something to achieve, right?
Absolutely. Yes. And real quick, I want you to know, and I don't know if you saw this on Facebook, but I'm a theme person. Like, I have themes for
Yeah.
everything.
No, you
And
do
so
100%.
I do, I love it. So my theme for this next 10 months or 9 months of training, my theme is shark mentality. Did you see that on my page?
I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah. Shark mentality. I want to act like a shark, be a shark, have the characteristics of a shark. And it's funny at work, everybody's like, "Oh, you love Shark Week, huh?" And I'm like, "No, it just happened to fall on the same week as that."
Yeah.
You know, but
I actually do love Shark Week, but
I do. Yeah. So everything I have, when I do something, I think about being the predator. I think about never stop moving forward. Always look up. Don't ever stop. There's a whole thing. Walter Bonds has this shark mentality. And so I have a shark here, I have a shark here. Everything at work has a shark revolved around it. And that just reminds myself to have that mentality of I am number one, and or I'll eventually be number one. You know what I mean? I just want it to happen so bad.
Yeah.
That I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
And you need that mentality to achieve those goals. To achieve greatness, you have to believe it within yourself. You have to believe 100% that it can be done. Because if you don't, it won't happen.
Yeah, and I catch myself falling back going, "Oh, I'm sorry, but like I'm bloated or I don't feel good or my hormones are everywhere today."
Yeah.
And then I just think, okay, stop what you're doing, refocus and get back on track,
That's right.
And it just takes one 5-minute pity party to be like, "Oh, get out of here. Get out. Devil, get behind me.
Get after it." So, hey, what do you have a couple things you promote. Go ahead and promote those, and then we're going to cut out of here.
No, it's just I'm a demo crew member actually on Axe
and Sled. Good. What's your code?
Beeman 10. That's
Beeman 10. Okay.
BEEMAN 10. So Beeman 10.
And I'll put that in the description. I'll actually do a flash text right there when I edit the program. It'll pop up.
Okay. Thank you. And then I'm also an affiliate for Ice Shaker Cups. Ice Shaker.
Oh yeah, you sent me the link for that. I'll definitely put that in the description as well.
Have you ever heard of Ice Shaker by chance?
I haven't. I actually have this Black Rifle Yeti cup thing, but
yes, that's nice. Well, real quick, Ice Shaker was on Shark Tank, and they ended up getting I think all 3 of the sharks, whatever. Sharks. How about that? All 3 of them got it, but they're out of Dallas. It's the Kronk brothers or something. I literally have probably 10 of these, and it's the only thing that.
They're great, huh?
Do what?
They're really good.
Oh, for me, yes, they're fantastic for me. They're actually regular, but then I just put workout stickers on them.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
To remind me, mind over matter.
Right? That's right.
Be better than yesterday, right? So
that's right.
Anyway.
But
I think I sent you the link for that. So
yeah, you did, and I will post that as well. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you so much for asking me. I appreciate it.
We'll get you on again too if you're willing. You get closer to a show, you want to promote it. We'd love to have you. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and everybody that likes and subscribes and that's been following this little journey as we've been talking with different people. We are so appreciative. Please continue to do so. And you know how I always end the show, you got to get out there and work hard, peoples, and remember, don't forget to smile.
That's right.
Thanks so much for watching or listening. Remember, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can find us on Facebook at Work Hard Peoples LLC or Instagram at Work Hard Peoples LLC. You can also find us on our website at workhardpeoples.com. Have a great day or night. Don't forget to smile.